I'll be doing the podcast.
Here we go. I think this should all be the... we won't cut any of this out. Ugh, I forgot to take my shoes off. All right, well, welcome again. Welcome back. Welcome new people. Welcome old people. Welcome,
welcome people in their 20s as well, but also the old.
And everywhere in between.
Dogs, cats.
I guess
and dogs.
So. We welcome people of all... You know what? I heard an interesting thing. I don't really know how to explain it. There's a couple in, you know what? I'm not even sure where they are in the world, but I heard that
this doesn't sound made up at all. So there's a couple in the world.
This is a thing that is happening somewhere. They're raising their kid away from society so that their kid doesn't have to be a human. Their kid can choose whatever they want to be. They were like, I think my dad was telling me about this. Maybe that some news channel had like interviewed them, but they were like, so what does your child think it is right now? Oh, right now it thinks it's a dog. But it's like, that's okay. I get letting people be whoever they want to be, but we are human. Yeah. Like that part's a fact. I don't know. So welcome.
That kind of reminds me of if you've read the book Looking for Alaska.
I haven't. Sorry, John Green.
Well, you know who it's from. But her parents let her name herself when she became old enough. So she chose the name Alaska.
Oh.
Isn't that cool?
Now I don't have to read the book.
Yeah, there you go. That's the book.
Thanks, John Green.
There's so much more.
It's okay. I believe you. Don't mind me. Just moving.
You're in a jumpy mood today.
It happens.
Yeah. I've seen you jump and move around and dance all over the place today.
Yeah, I know. 5 minutes ago, I was like putting on a show.
Oh, yeah. It was pretty entertaining. I was really into it.
Which is weird because I think right now I'm running on like exhaustion. I'm just like, fake energy. Because all day I've just been like, yep, I could fall asleep.
That was me on Sunday. I was like, oh, I can do this. I can teach this because Julie will be there and she'll up my beats. And then Julie was sick and she was like, okay, so I'm not going to be there. And I was like, oh no. Here we go. The whole time I couldn't even fake excitement. I was like, all right, so here's what's up. We're going to talk about some things. And if it goes off track, which it totally did, but in many good ways, I feel like.
Yeah, I think it's okay when it goes off track.
Yeah. We're all good here. We're in a good state of being.
Earlier, Candace and I were talking about how we're always cold. And like, I think that we should discuss this as a community, which we totally are. But like, okay, this is my theory. I think girls are just like perpetually cold. Because in my life so far, every girl I've met is always like, can I get a blanket? I'm so cold. Can I just get like a skinny fat latte blanket?
Yeah.
Can I just get like a Zen, just like a feng shui blanket right now?
Yeah, but yeah. I think you can get that off Etsy.
Oh my gosh. Is it available like shipping in Canada? Do I have to pay duties on that? Because I totally will. I just need one. A homemade vintage, like but new agey like blanket.
Yeah.
Anyways,
but yeah. But I know what you're talking about, and a lot of girls that I do know are cold, but I feel like they're like one of my really good friends is constantly overheating. She's the same age as me. She's constantly overheating, and she just moved, and the windows are always open in her new place, and all her roommates are like, it's cold, but they love her, so they leave it open.
Girl, you're ruining my theory.
It's hilarious, though, because you come in, and I'm like, okay, it's way too cold in here. What's the matter with you? And she's like, no, it's hot. And I'm like, no, it's not.
You guys sound like a Dr. Seuss book.
Yeah. And all her roommates are like, yeah, it is really cold. And I'm like, okay, but it's your place, so close the windows. And they're like, yeah, Taylor, it's really cold. And she's like, no. nobody just ever closes them. I feel like I can't close them. It's not my house.
Yeah, you don't want to go in
They have
people's
like a
houses
ton
and
of
just close
blankets
their
anyway.
windows.
Yeah, exactly. Be rude.
So rude.
They just never invite me back.
That's so, you're overstaying your welcome and you're being rude.
Yeah. You just remind me of those girls from White Chicks.
I've never seen that movie.
What, really?
Okay, wait.
It's
Can
like
we
decent.
Can we discuss this?
Okay.
White Chicks. What's that movie? That's a movie where it's two black actors who are dressing up as white chicks.
Yeah, it's a plot point in it.
So I haven't seen it, so I don't know. Why is that cool, but like blackface isn't?
There's like a lot of different standpoints on that. But basically the minority of it, I'm not saying that White Chicks was like super like politically correct or anything like that.
Yeah.
And it was definitely pushing it at some points, but being that white people aren't the minority and throughout history haven't been the oppressed race, I think that it's a lot easier to make fun of white people because they haven't historically been, treated terribly. So when white people make fun of black people by dressing up as them and acting stupid, it's like worse because haven't we been doing that this whole time?
Right.
And also being way worse about it. You know what I mean?
Totally.
So it's like, meh. But like, I know a lot of people who are black who are just like, I'm not personally offended by blackface as long as it's not like in like malice and coming from like a mean place or a racist place. A lot of the time it's like just not thinking.
Yeah. My thing is, why can't we just not have like, I feel like comedy that is like making fun of other anything.
Yeah,
like,
it's just meh.
It's like, why? Like equality, bro.
Yeah. Bruh. We heard a lot of that tonight. Hey, bruh.
Did we?
Bruh. Yeah,
When?
Lindsay.
Oh,
Lindsay and
was
Kelly.
she?
They bruh all the time.
Bruh.
Bruh.
Maybe that's why it's in my head.
Yeah. It's definitely why it's in mine, but I also say it all the time.
In my head, I think about it over and over again. I don't know.
I do know.
Okay.
I do know you're super duper. Okay, so I was online earlier, not today, but a couple of days ago, and I found out about this like super weird thing.
Okay.
I don't ask me how I stumbled upon it because I don't even know.
Don't even worry about it.
I can't trace it back internet wise.
Yeah.
But basically what comes from it is it's tea you can smoke.
Okay.
Like tea. But it's like a special tea. You need like a hookah to smoke it. It's non-nicotine, no tobacco in it. It's like basically if you're full and you don't want dessert. That's how a lot of people pitch it because they have such crazy flavors. They have like pumpkin pie and lemonade and pina colada and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They have all these crazy flavors. So like a lot of their main pitches are like, hey, too full to eat pumpkin pie? Just smoke it.
But like,
Smoke your pumpkin pie. And I just thought it was the funniest, craziest thing ever because who thinks of that?
yeah.
Who's like, you know what we need? Something that has no, addictive qualities, no tobacco, no nicotine, nothing like that. But also it's tea. Let's smoke tea. Let's do that. Basically what I'm getting at is it's leaves and we should smoke leaves. Like who thought of that? Who thought that was a cool idea?
Yeah.
It's funny. It's hilarious. And it probably smells really good. But I mean.
It's probably a great air freshener.
Yeah, there you go.
True that. Best air fresheners are Yankee candles.
Oh, I love
Right?
Yankee candles. I saw a Yankee
Right?
candle that was like children's wishes.
Oh
It
my
was like,
gosh.
why on earth would you want to burn children's wishes? Why is this ever a thing? Or it was like children's dreams or something. It's
Oh
like,
my
my
goodness.
favorite thing to burn.
Just what I've been looking for.
The scent
No,
of
I don't.
meth.
I can stop burning actual children's dreams.
You'll never be an artist, Adolf. Never.
Oh my gosh. Amazing. Yeah, that's weird. Smoking tea.
Yeah. It's so funny to me because, like, how does that come up?
Yeah.
It's like I was watching this one movie with Christopher, The Hitcher. Oh, this also came up during Sunday. I just went on a whole rant on this movie by accident. My bad. I'm a terrible teacher. Just kidding. They loved it.
Yeah.
But there was this one scene where there's like this spider, like it's just in the foreground. It plays no purpose whatsoever. It's just making the ambiance creepier.
Mm-hmm.
And I turn to Christopher and I go, somebody had to hire that spider.
That's true.
And then the main guy, like in the same, like literally maybe 5 Mississippis, he like looks down and there's a scorpion crawling down and he has to like move it with his foot or whatever.
These were
and I'm
CGI.
like, hey, no, they were totally real. Because this is like a low budget film. I feel like they can, I don't even know.
Yeah.
But I was like, hey, they had to hire that scorpion. That scorpion probably has an agent.
That scorpion auditioned for this.
Yeah. That scorpion's more successful than us.
My cousin Holly and I and Victoria, we always go on these like rants about if we had a tiny gecko and like if we put tiny little mittens on the gecko and the tiny little top hat on the gecko. And like we'll go on like a half hour just like discussion about tiny things this gecko, a tiny little briefcase. With the gecko. It could have a tiny little monocle.
That's so funny.
Yeah. And like this has been going on for I'm sure 2 years now. And like just sometimes we'll be like, oh my gosh, if the tiny gecko had this. Oh yeah, the tiny gecko with this. The tiny gecko is like our best friend. It's our mascot.
It's like,
But like it's just like
that's like it's just this it's like this.
it's a little
It's
gecko.
this.
He's like sitting right here and he's like sitting in like a little gecko armchair with like a little gecko, like a tiny little cup of tea, and he's reading a tiny book
With his tiny slippers.
He's reading a book about humans.
He's humans in their natural habitat.
He's got
You
a
just
robe on. And then when he goes swimming, he wears a gecko Speedo. But it's tiny, so it's cute. It's
Where's
not weird.
his little gecko flip flops?
Oh my goodness. And his gecko like goggles. Could you imagine? They would be huge, but they would be tiny.
A little gecko swim cap.
Oh. The tiny gecko is all I need in my life.
Yep. I just need a pug named Lemon. And then every time I'd walk into the house, I'd go, good God, Lemon.
I knew that was coming.
And then I'll just get like a picture of like Alec Baldwin, like right as soon as you walk into the house. And then I'll look at Alec Baldwin and I'll look down at Lemon and we'll both be like, good God, Lemon.
If I don't have like an obscure picture of some random celebrity in my house, I'm not.
Like, what's the point of
ready.
even having a house?
Yeah.
What's the point?
I should not have moved out if
Yeah.
that happens.
Yeah. If you don't have an obscure celebrity picture, that means
Just like
very
with
little.
no explanation.
No, none. Or mine would be like, oh, that way I can look at Alec Baldwin when I tell my dog, good God. Lemon.
Then Lemon would eat like night cheese.
Or like those the like little cheese balls. What are these made from?
A lot of
our jokes.
excuse me, I'm underwater. A lot of our life's jokes right now revolve around oh my gosh,
30 Rock?
No, I was gonna say like animals that we'll get in our future.
Oh, that's true.
We've talked about that a lot lately.
Yeah, because you're gonna get a dog named Jeff Goldblum.
And then every time I'm like, Jeff Goldblum? And he'll be like, as dogs do. Jeff Goldblum. I just want a dog so it can tilt its head at me.
Okay, good work. See you next week.
Candace, feed my dog. Take it for a walk.
Take it for a walk. I need to start walking my dog. I need to start walking myself. Real talk, though.
Yeah.
Getting out of shape.
That stops me. I don't know. I like working out inside.
Yeah. I feel like
I mean, like hiking, I go on bike rides and stuff like that outside. But like other than that, I'm like, if I'm doing an actual workout or like yoga or something, I want to be inside.
yeah. I don't know how well I'd be able to do yoga. I'm just not flexible whatsoever. And I have
that's
like
why they call it
short
practice,
limbs.
not perfect. It's yoga practice. No, but honestly,
Send me some videos.
can I tell you?
then.
I will.
Yeah.
Because when I
And I'll
started
do them
it,
for like a couple days and then I'll be like, oh, this is hard.
it is, but it's all about like keeping to it because I started it within 2 weeks of me starting it. Like I could do things already.
Yeah.
Because when I started, I wasn't flexible in any way. Like my limbs are so long that they can't stretch, but now they can.
Yeah. I feel like my limbs are too short for them to stretch. I'm like, I can't reach anything.
It's all in your head.
Yeah.
You can. The limits are endless.
I heard
Endless. The
that Jennifer
possibilities.
Aniston looks so good because she does yoga every day.
I mean, They all look perfect.
Yeah, but Jennifer Aniston though.
Jennifer Aniston's where it's at.
Yep. She did Friends, and after that, you're just like, everybody from Friends is great and good.
Mm-hmm.
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 Pivot.
Pivot.
Every time somebody's moving anything ever, I make that joke and nobody ever laughs because I feel like nobody's seen that episode of Friends where they're all like, pivot.
It ruins me when people haven't seen episodes of Friends because I'm like,
Yeah.
really? There
Are
were
you
10
telling me
seasons.
this
How did you
isn't-
miss this?
I'm like, what do you mean this isn't relevant to today? What do you mean they haven't aired since like 2004?
They're on your TV every day. Check a channel. It
Yeah.
will be there.
Yep. That's exactly it. And if not, just find it.
Yeah.
Go and watch Friends. You're missing out.
That was the big joke. Netflix is like releasing all 10 seasons of Friends in January. Everyone was like, also, you could just check your TV
Yeah.
at any time. It's on.
There it is. I don't know. Sometimes you need to marathon Friends all day, though. You know what I mean?
Totes.
Yeah.
One summer I watched all 10 seasons twice in a row. I didn't go out that summer.
I did it.
It was not my choice. Long story. So,
Did you lose a bet?
no.
Were you out to win one?
Here's a metaphor for you.
Okay.
Sorry.
Oh, are you laughing at it?
I'm just so witty. I'm not ashamed to tell you that I am. Is this wit? You know
I
this. You know the metaphor I'm bringing up, right?
Yeah, I do. I feel like it's a combination of wit and you being very exhausted.
Yeah. Because probably if you have had sleep and you're watching this, you'll be like, okay. And
But
now
if-
we're building it up too much, anyways.
But
too.
if you haven't, like us, you're going to be like,
So we were talking about Candace. We were talking about what to talk about. Oh my gosh! It
so what
shows
should we
that we're
talk
tired.
about? Well, I think
Candace
we
is
should
like-
talk about things that we talk about. Wow, that's such an interesting thing to talk about.
Then we
Let's
di-
talk about
Then
that.
we can discuss like what we just discussed. I
Yeah.
think that'd be a great idea.
All right. We're really having this like thing where we're thinking each other's thoughts right now.
We're,
and
like,
we're really
flowing.
We're flowing.
It's
This
like we're
is really-
telepathic.
This is really flowing. Like we're talking about the things we want to talk. We're discussing the discussions. It'll be
It's seamless.
Oh my gosh.
So we were talking about what to talk about, and Candace was like, "There was something I wanted to say about the sea," and I was like the deep sea, and then I just write down how the deep sea is a metaphor for adulthood. Because also you were like, yeah, because the deep sea is just this like, oh yeah, this would have
Yeah.
made it funnier. Let me retell this.
Okay. Redo.
Guys, this is the most planned out podcast yet. So, talking about what to talk about, Candace said, I want to say something about the sea. I was like, you mean like the deep blue sea? And she goes, yeah, because like I feel like the deep sea
It's something I was thinking about a lot.
No.
And then you were like, what do you think about the deep sea, Candace? And I went, it's scarier than space.
And then I was like, kind of like the deep sea is a metaphor for adulthood. Punchline twice.
Because adulthood's terrifying? Adulthood's scarier than
But, like-
space and the sea combined?
Also, I feel like we talk a lot about how adulthood's like this scary thing that none of us want to do. But like when it comes down to it, it's not as scary as we talk about it.
No, that's
It's
true.
like okay. It's like
yeah.
I'm the same person. I just have
Underwhelming.
more responsibilities.
And you're like, you feel like you should be somewhere else all the time.
yeah.
You feel like you should be at some other point in your life where you're more successful or something.
Yeah.
And the whole time you're just sitting there like, I'm in my 20s and what am I doing with my life?
And even if you have a job, you're like, is this the right job? Probably not.
Or, yeah, true that. Or if you do have a job and you're like, this isn't the job I want to keep doing. What do I even want to do?
Or like if you like where your job is right now, you're like, this is a great job for me right now, but what happens when it's over?
So true.
So that's how the deep sea is like adulthood.
Because it's terrifying creatures.
And you're like, okay, once you get out of the water, what happens?
Also, yeah, that too. But what scares me the most about the sea, to get off the adulthood metaphor
Yeah,
just
yeah,
for a
yeah.
moment, we
Like
can jump
talking about the actual sea.
the literal sea. What's terrifying about it is that like the deeper you go, the spookier it gets. You know what I mean? Like the spookiest fish are down there.
The deep sea is Halloween every single day.
And like not the Halloween where it's like fun, let's carve pumpkins, let's drink lattes, let's like
There ain't
get
no
candy.
There's no PSLs down there.
There's nothing. It's just scariness.
No scarves. No
It's
infinity
like,
scarves.
think about no infinity scarves, no leaves to crunch,
no Pinterest.
no cute boots to wear.
No Facebook stalking your ex. What?
Who said that? No looking at pugs named Lemon. Wow, that one would really look good named Lemon.
I'm picturing that fish from Nemo with the like light bulb that hangs in front of it. Lemon.
There's none of that in the sea. It's
None
all
of
just
it.
spooky, scary fish with teeth.
There's like the ghosts from Pac-Man. There's like you got like
The
Jack-
ghost from Mario.
you got like the mean ghost from Casper.
You got that ghost from the movie Ghost, but it's like not a good version of that ghost.
You got the actual literal ghost of Patrick Swayze.
I would go to the deep sea. I asked Christopher if he knew how to do that, and he didn't at first, and he picked up on it in 10 minutes.
Yeah, yeah. Way to go, Chris.
I'm still sitting here like... Slight improvements.
I took a kid to work today. It was take your kid to work day. So I had my cousin and that was one of my lessons. I was like, now I got to teach you how to do this. It didn't really work, but
I feel like if I had a kid and they were like, yeah, can I go with this person for take your kid to work day? I'd be like, no. Also, if I were a stay-at-home mom, I'd be like, you can come with me to work. Stay home.
amazing.
I'd be like, yes. I went with my mom to work on take your kid to work.
dreams come true.
Yeah. Literally just sleep in. I went with my mom to take your kid to work day, but it was
Same.
like where she works, they did like a thing for it. So like,
Oh yeah.
it wasn't me just watching my mom work. It was
Right.
like they made a whole program for take your kid to work day, and a bunch of like people with their kids that were like a bunch of people that worked there and their kids went on this like tour.
Did you get mad free stuff?
I don't remember, to be honest. It was many years ago.
Yeah.
I remember I went to the ambulance where they dispatch people. They dispatch.
No, I like how you said that the first time. They
Dis-
dispatch them. They take all their patches off.
I'm sorry.
And then they diss the patches. You done patch. You done
think
wrong.
you're so patchy, Patch Adams over here. Too soon, or
Ooh. What was that laugh?
honey from Pooh Bear.
Yeah.
I saw how people were the police and ambulances were dispatched. I saw that. I went to the recycling place and it smelled bad and it was loud, but I got to see all these things get crushed up into cubes
So
for
fun.
recycling purposes.
So fun.
I can't super remember what else happened. I just remember I saw some things get dispatched. And
I saw
stuff.
some things that day.
I saw some things. I think I got lunch. Maybe not. I'm not really sure about
I'm sure you were fed.
But probably. The whole time I was there, I was just like, this is cool, I guess. Like, it was cool. It was.
Yeah.
But it wasn't what I was expecting.
Yeah.
Because I kind of just wanted to see what my mom did at work.
Right.
And it was
Did
cool.
your
the
mom
things
at
we
least
got
get to be
do.
with you all day?
Yeah. She was
That's
with me
good.
all day. So she kind of got a freebie day off work
Yeah.
or whatever. But
But it's still like, what do you do though?
yeah, I'm still not sure what my mom does. She's like, oh, I work here, but I'm also, she can go to Welland, Fort Erie, or Thorold, or Niagara Falls.
Oh yeah.
She can work at all those places in any given time. Like, she'll be like, okay, so today I'm working Niagara Falls in the morning, and then I'm Fort Erie in the afternoon, and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And she'll be in different departments doing different things. And I'm like, I don't even know what you do, Mom. I don't even know what you do. She's like, oh, well, I do lots of things. She goes into explaining it. I'm like, don't even bother. Don't even. You've done it, and I don't know.
Yeah, my dad works at GM, and they set up a huge program there
Yeah.
for the people, but I didn't go with him. My brother and sister both went with him, but I was like, I'm gonna go with mom.
Yeah.
She worked at a church, and she still does, and I just sat with her all day in her office, and like, she taught me how to use the photocopier.
That's pretty sweet. Was it cool?
Yeah, she took me to Harvest Barn for lunch.
That's nice.
I loved it. That's the only part I remember.
Maybe that's why you're such a homebody.
Today she was
Your other
like,
siblings are so different from you. Is
oh,
the thing.
totally.
Like you've all got like the same vibe, but like you can tell that your guys
We
are really
be
different.
vibing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This like weird ends, super cute vibe, I guess.
Super cute or super messed up and weird?
Well, I mean, combination.
It's a cute weird.
It's a cute, messed up weird, but you know what? I love it. It's fine. It's all good.
Thanks so much.
Earlier today, I was like, I love you. And she was like, Julie said,
Oh,
only
because you
say
did that after. Okay. She said we were filming a different video, and she was like, "Can you show me what it looks like when I'm standing here?" So I had to go from behind the camera to in front of it. Meanwhile, I tripped over the tripod that the camera was on, and she's like, "I love you."
And Julie's like, you only do that when I say that when I do things embarrassing. And I'm like, yeah, but I say it to you all the time. I don't even think I
It's
finished.
true, you do.
I don't think I finished this thought earlier though, because I remember hearing a thing that was like, it's not as valuable. Some like, you know how some people are like, if you say I love you too much, then it diminishes the value of that.
Right.
I disagree completely because
Yeah.
it's like every time you say I love you, that thought like came into your head. Like
Yeah.
you literally just, it comes into your head like, I love this person.
Yeah.
And every time that happens, you say it and somebody's like, oh, it diminishes the value. It's like, no, every single time I'm reminded of how I love you. And
I think
want
the
to
only
tell you
thing,
that.
yeah, I think
know
the
what I
only thing
mean?
that diminishes the value is when the person saying it is just like, oh, love you. But
Yeah.
like they're being super fake about it and like not real.
Yeah.
So when you actually love someone, you tell them all the time. I think, yeah, I don't think that diminishes the value at all. I think it's like, I love you so much. I want to tell you every second of every day. Because I feel about all the people I love.
They just want to tell them all the time.
It's like, it's so fluffy. I want to die. It's like that line, but it's like, I just love you so much.
I had a day off today and like it was nice because I got to sleep in, but there wasn't enough time for me to really go hang out with anybody really anymore. By the time I was like done staying at home.
By the time I was done staying at home.
No,
doing
because
nothing.
like I do stuff all the time.
Yeah.
So like when I get little chances to like stay home for a couple hours, I'm like, finally.
it's my jam.
Yeah. Well, I did like, I showered and then I was like,
Oh my
2-hour
gosh.
shower.
That used to be all of my days off when I worked at Tim Hortons. I would have one day off. My mom would come home at the end of the day and be like, what'd you do today? And I'm like, I showered. She's like, that's it? I'm like, yeah, it was a big step for me.
It was pretty big.
Like I was going to
It's
say
a pretty
in bed.
big deal.
You know, people know me.
Yeah. Well,
Anyways, go
yeah.
on.
By the time I realized that, I was like, oh, I guess I can't really hang out with anybody because it's not really an extended period of time. I don't think anybody's free anyway. Anybody that might be free doesn't live close enough. And I was just like, I miss everybody. And then I tweeted that I missed everybody.
Yeah.
And I was like, I just miss everybody. I just want to hang out with you all at once. And nobody. And then I was like, I just sat there and was like kind of sad for a sec. Like, I wish everybody was here right now because I miss them all so much.
Yeah. My friend Katie had blogged this week, I think, about how when you go back and look at like the See Friendship on Facebook, she was like, I did that to some people who I used to be close with. And now she's like, what happened? Because like you look at it. Anyways, so I did that with like a bunch of people who I like kind of thought that I was still close with. And like I was looking at our friendships from like as like just writing on each other's walls and stuff from like years past. And I'm like, I was like, what have we become? I don't even know this person anymore. Oh my gosh, why aren't we this close anymore? I just love them so much and I want them. And
Yeah.
anyways, it was a little sad. I was like, wow, lost touch.
Yeah. That is sad, actually.
I know. I want them all to be back and I want to just see them all the time and I love them.
Now you know. What was I thinking of earlier? That reminded me of something and it's gone now. How you want to Oh, I remember now actually. That was amazing. Anyway, so I was looking through a bunch of my other friends' Instagrams, and I scrolled through one of them, and it like dated back all the way to like I don't know, like 2011, and it was like pictures of us, but like it was like sparse and stuff, but it was weird because I was like, dude, this was so long ago. And I texted my friend a couple days ago. I was like, if I have one regret about all of our high school adventures and how much fun we all had together, it's that I didn't take more pictures.
Yeah.
So I just want to take more pictures.
I feel you on that. We haven't taken a picture yet for today's podcast.
I just thought about that.
Meanwhile, now you get to see the magic happen. Oh, wait. This is what we go through every time we do this. I like immediately make this face. And then I'm like, crap, I gotta close my mouth. My mouth's always open when we're doing these pictures. I don't like this lighting.
You never do. There we go. We'll pick one.
I'm sure one of them will work.
It'll be good.
Now I'm reminded of how I look, which is great and fabulous.
Oh, I just finished doing all my laundry. You ever get that way where you like finish doing all your laundry and you're like, everything's so clean. I have so many clothing options.
My mom does my laundry still. Like I do. I know how and I do it when they leave.
No. I know you know how. I'm not saying you don't know how. I'm just like, wow, what a luxury.
It is.
What a luxury.
Every single week, the same day. New, fresh laundry.
Sounds great.
And I would die without it. I have so many clothes, but I wear the same ones every 5 days.
Yeah, that's basically me. I'm like, yeah, what should I wear? What should I wear? So many clothing options. And then I'm like, tank top, sweater, jeans, Lego.
I'm just like, well, got my black jeans on. Where do I go from here?
Yeah. Flats. I was playing volleyball earlier and I skid on the floor and now my foot is skinned. And I'm like, worth it.
Yeah, man. I skinned my knee the other day too.
Yeah?
Shaving.
I skinned it.
As soon as I said it, I was like, how did I do
it.
that? Oh, yeah, that's right. No, I just cut it. Because I still can't handle that.
Too much responsibility.
It was a big one. It's like, meh.
You don't mess around.
Well, yeah.
It's okay. It's okay. It's all right. We'll be okay. Boop, boop,
Closing time. One last go. Don't have to go home. I can't stay here.
I was just making up a song and you went with a real song and I was like, whoa.
Oh, there's something I was going to say about the when you were talking about Instagram photos and like reminiscing and stuff. I feel like life in hindsight always looks like way more exciting than as you're living. Because I remember last year, like I make a yearbook of my year every year. And I remember at the end of last year, I was kind of like, this is going to be a crap yearbook. I didn't do anything this year. Like, this is going to be boring. And then I went and did it. And I was like, oh, look at all these pictures of these things I did. I thought I sat around all year.
Yeah.
Because that's what it feels like. But then it's like, I think in hindsight, you're kind of like, no, I did a lot of stuff. And like, so I don't know. Sometimes when you feel like you're in a slump of life, you're probably not. You'll look back and be like, that was a good time in my life.
Yeah. I feel ya. I wish I had more pictures from way back though.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have good pictures.
I know I want to
from
bring
way
back like film cameras, even those stupid little disposable ones.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's start. Yeah, let's
make
start,
that a thing.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
We'll start bringing disposable cameras everywhere.
And then when we get like a legit office/studio, we can like line one wall and like our like we should start taking a disposable camera shot instead of a selfie. Well, we can do that too.
Yeah.
But like of our sitting here every episode, and then when we have a studio, like the entire wall can just be pictures of.
I want to start bringing a
episode.
disposable because I just got a big backpack. I want to start bringing a disposable camera with my backpack everywhere.
Your
and then,
backpack's so cool.
Yeah, it doesn't have any pockets inside though. I was like, what kind of backpack is this?
Where am I supposed to keep little things?
That's exactly it. So
you gotta get a fanny pack for that stuff.
You know my tiny purse? I just put my tiny purse inside my big backpack and I'm like, there's my extra pockets. the purse I was trying to get rid of.
That's amazing.
But now I have extra space, I guess.
Yeah.
But I looked at a backpack that was similar in style and it had all these little pockets and stuff. So then I was like, hey, I don't like this style. I like this style more. And I didn't look and I bought it. And then I got home and I was like, there's nothing in here.
Where are my pockets at?
There's none.
Yeah, I
There's
got a backpack
zero.
like that 2 years ago when I went to Kentucky, and it is made of pockets.
That's all I wanted. I was like, I need pockets for things. Tempted to go and get a different backpack.
It comes
but
in handy. I had a whole pocket just for my 3DS.
Yeah.
It was the dream. I was living the dream.
That's the dream. That's the dream.
That's it.
I remember when I was going to Winnipeg, on the car ride up, like 4 of us had DSs, and we were all playing Mario Party on the DS.
That's
'cause with
amazing.
the
Yeah.
connectivity. The connectivity. Connectivity.
You dispatched that con activity.
Yeah. I'm good at speaking the words.
I can do English.
Ich bin Ausländer, nicht sprechen nicht gut Deutsch. The only German I remember from German class. And I'm probably pronouncing it all wrong, but basically it translates to I'm a tourist and I don't speak German well.
Which is all you'll need.
Yeah, that's
If
basically
there's
it.
one sentence that you remember, that's the sentence, really.
Yeah, that's there was a whole song. It was like Ich bin Ausländer, nicht sprechen nicht gut Deutsch. Ich speak Ausländer. Yeah, I think Calvin sang it one year when we went for the winter retreat. I'm excited for that. Bye.
Bye. I love you. I don't know what she was saying.
I think she was like, is that recording? Julie's aunt.
Yeah, earlier she's like, so what are you guys doing with all this? Are you going to put it on like the YouTube? We were like, already have. We made 8 cents.
And she was like, oh, wow. But like,
She
that's
went
a
on
big
this sarcastic rant. She was like, oh, so you made it. You guys should go out for dinner with that
Yeah,
money.
she was like,
we're like, no,
wow, saving up for a trip?
we're like, no, it's an actually big deal. We were pretty proud of it. We're going to split it.
4 cents each. Holla.
Can get 4 1-cent candies.
No,
one
those don't.
thing-
I don't know.
yeah.
I don't know if those exist anymore.
They must not. Pennies don't.
Banks still accept pennies, though.
Good, because I have jars of them.
Yeah?
Jars from my old tips. I was way too lazy. I still have old tips.
Yeah?
I haven't worked there for 2 years. A year. It's been a year and a month. But anyways, I still have
Who's
tips.
counting?
Also 3 days and 2 hours.
I still have bags of tips that I still need to put away. Just bags of them.
Bags
My
on bags on
managers
bags.
and assistant managers just keep handing them to me. My new assistant manager gave me one, and it had my name on it and a little heart. And I was like, she's brand spanking new, and she's giving me little hearts on my little tip bags. And I'm like, yes, I love you already.
This morning I took my cousin through the Tim Hortons drive-through to get to
Tim Hortons.
Tim Hortons. Anyway, so we
To
were
get Starbucks.
I got her a coffee with a pumpkin shot in it, and then they like drew a little pumpkin on top of the. I was like, I remember those days when that was like the thing. We just loved it. That made our day when we did it.
I draw things on the pots in China marker.
Oh,
like
yeah.
the coffee pots.
Yeah.
Halloween was a pretty big time for me. I drew jack-o'-lanterns.
Really honed my material.
Jack-o'-lanterns. I drew ghosts, Frankenstein, some spooky spiders with a web. Oh, I was on it.
You should have just drawn the deep blue sea right on there.
Yeah, right there. Too scary.
I used to draw like where the coffee, like if it was like half empty, I would draw like shark fins coming up from.
That's hilarious. I'm doing that from now on
Yeah.
because whenever I see like half empty pots, I'd be like, that is just, no, I can't draw on that. I can't draw on that. It won't last.
Make use of that.
Yep. I draw like trees on them and stuff.
That's fun. That's super nice.
Scarves. I drew
Saving
a
the
jack-o'-lantern
planet.
wearing a scarf earlier in September. Because
That's
I was
a
like, ball
fancy
is here.
jack-o'-lantern.
Ball has arrived. Do you know
It's
what
gonna hold
that
a PSL and
means?
wear a scarf.
Yeah.
Put my beanie on.
Have some leaves in the background. And I'm an artist.
Throw a scarecrow in there.
And I never drew a scarecrow. But now that Halloween's over, I'm like at a loss of what to draw. Like it's going to be shark fins.
So now that Halloween's over, here's a question.
Okay.
Since we can't carve pumpkins anymore, what are we gonna carve?
Okay. So
I think that we should pick a different fruit or whatever that you can carve for every season. So fall is pumpkins.
yeah.
Winter, what do we carve? Like chestnuts?
Chestnuts. I'm trying to think of what we eat.
Yeah. Same. Because like gourds
Turkey. Because you carve turkeys.
Oh.
Boom. Yams? Can you carve a yam?
No.
No? Non-functional?
If you can't hollow it out, you can't carve it. Maybe like an avocado.
True that. Still haven't had your guacamole. I'm pretty disappointed by it. I watched this show called Gravity Falls, and it takes place in the summertime. And they loved Halloween so much in the sound called Gravity Falls that they have summer weens so that it comes twice a year.
Nice.
And they carve like watermelons.
That's what I was gonna say. I think watermelons are a summer.
Yeah,
that's what we can carve in summer.
I don't like watermelons though.
Oh no,
it's gonna sound terrible, but they're way too watery.
It doesn't hurt me personally.
Doesn't hurt you personally.
I'm okay.
It's just because whenever I
me.
say that, like I like the flavor, I just don't like how watery it is. But it's a watermelon, so it's kind of stupid.
As long as you understand that.
Yeah, I know it's stupid. I know it's stupid.
She knows it's stupid. Okay, don't call her stupid.
Gosh.
What?
Just points at me. It's okay. Call her. Go ahead. She's stupid.
It'll be our inside joke. She doesn't know. She doesn't know. At Count Candace.
At Count Can.
Okay, so I don't think that you cannot carve.
All right.
I don't think that you can carve a cantaloupe because I feel like if you hollowed it out, it would cave in.
Yeah.
Like a deflated breast implant is what I was going to say. I don't know why that came to mind.
Well, keep in mind I don't cook anything at all.
What do you mean? Why would you cook a cantaloupe?
No. Hear me out though. Like how often do I touch fresh fruit? So I would just assume that you could carve out a cantaloupe. I mean, you could. No, you can't.
I mean, you could. Yeah. You know what? It would be a journey, and I feel like we should maybe do it in a video.
Okay. Let's write that down, or else we'll forget.
Like, the one week I don't put a pen on my stool.
Why don't you just write it in your phone? Because you have your phone right there.
Word.
Just text it to me or something, or write it in your notes. I don't know how you work your phone.
Don't worry.
iPhones, am I right?
Too many options.
Oh, I have
I can do everything. Okay, wait, what was this? What do I type? Oh, yeah. Okay, cool. Go. Type, talk.
Hey, my contract for my phone ends on the 11th. That's so soon.
You can finally get Instagram.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to get all sorts of social media.
I don't know why it's my dream and wish for everyone in the world to have Instagram. It would just help me out personally. And
I'm excited to get Instagram because then I have an excuse to take more pictures.
Yeah.
Of everything. Of useless stuff.
Yeah.
Of not useless stuff. My dog. My future dogs. I guess. It'll be so good though. I'm really excited for it. So excited.
Me too. The thing about
get
Instagram
data too.
Maybe we can clear this up while you're watching. Some people already answered me when I tweeted about this. But like when you like my photos on Instagram, are you liking them because of my photos or because of my witty comments? Because I try hard with both to please you. No, because it's fun. Really, is why I do it. I make myself laugh. But anyways, this was my confusion, and I was like, is it because you like my face? Really? Do I look cute? Or is it because I said something funny?
What if it's both?
If it's both, by all means, keep doing it. If it's one of each, by all means, keep doing it. Either way, I would like you to keep doing it. It validates me. Yeah. But really, that's the point of any social media, is just be validated.
I don't have Instagram, and a lot of the time it's like, you are locked out of this person's Instagram account. Like you, I know you'd be fine if I looked at
private?
I can't look at your Instagram pictures at all.
Oh yeah, that's because I like this is why.
I could be in them and I'll never know.
You have been in them. Because this is the thing. I don't want this is going to sound really self-righteous or something, but I know other people think this way too because I've talked about it with my friends. But like I like people to have to ask my permission to follow me because that means they really want to see my photos.
Hilarious.
So it means they actually care. Because otherwise, if I had it on public, anybody could look at it and they didn't have to ask to follow me.
Yeah.
So, and I just want more followers. Really, that's what it's all about.
That's what it's all about.
It's not really.
I don't
I just
understand
enjoy it.
Twitter accounts that are private, so you can't retweet people.
Yes, that's super frustrating.
Yeah, it is, because somebody makes a tweet and I'm like, I relate to that, I'm gonna retweet that, and then it's like, nah, son. And I'm like, okay, I get that to a certain extent, but I'm literally reading your tweet right now, so why can't I just retweet that? Plus, it's like the ultimate compliment when somebody retweets you. You know what I mean? Like, you look in your notifications and it's like, so and so retweeted you. You're like, they liked it enough that they wanted to have it on their own.
They wanted other people to see how funny I am.
I know.
Yeah,
It's nice.
that
That's like
happens.
the thing.
Yeah.
Like, if you can't be retweeted, you're missing out on a lot of retweets, because I'm probably wanting to retweet you.
The other thing is, like, if people don't have Twitter or Instagram, like, you can have one or the, like, if they don't have either of them, I'm kind of like,
Who are you?
I don't think you understand me personally. Like, in a way, it's just like, I judge people for that. I'm like, you really don't spend time on social media or the internet, and like, what else? What are
if
you doing with your life?
They don't have Twitter, they don't have Instagram, they have Tumblr, and they have Facebook.
Oh, I would respect that.
What if they just
It
have
would depend
Facebook?
on their Tumblr.
Yeah, true that. If it's all like, I don't know.
It would depend.
My
If they
Tumblr's
just
like
have
the nerdiest
Facebook, I'm
thing
kind of
ever.
like, what's the point?
Yeah, that's true. I don't go on Facebook. Like, I go on Facebook all the time, but I don't really post anything.
I'm all about them private messages.
Yeah,
I've
that's basically it. I just private message people on Facebook all the time.
Yeah.
And I'm always appear offline too.
Oh,
Chances
always.
are, if you message me, I'm going to be there.
Yeah.
I'm probably already on Facebook, unless I'm working or something. But I'm probably already on Facebook, and like, your message has come up, and I'm like, I'm never online. I'm never online for anything.
Yeah.
I can't even tell you the last time I was on Skype either.
Oh, yeah.
I can't tell you.
Me neither.
I mean, I
do you
see the
remember
appeal, but-
in the MSN days? First
Do
of all,
I
let's just
ever?
reminisce. So good.
What a
So many
throwback.
people were asked out on MSN. I'm reminiscing about all those people.
Yeah.
They weren't me. Anyways, do you remember when it would say like what music you're currently listening to?
Yeah.
And then you would like, first of all, the person who you really wanted to talk to would come up, and then you would specifically choose a song that you knew they liked. And then you'd be like, I hope they see this and start talking to me about how much they love that song too. Because I know they do, because I saw it on their MySpace profile.
Yeah. That was
I
so far
definitely-
back. Like that's elementary school days, yo.
Oh, yep. That was high school for me.
Really?
Well, I mean, I'm older though.
Yeah, just
So I guess it
little.
extended a little.
Yeah.
Right?
I got MSN when I was in grade 6 though.
Oh, got it early, yeah.
Yeah.
But then
And,
how
like,
long did you have it? Like,
I don't know.
because
I
we were
can't-
still going strong when we were in grade 12.
probably, not grade 12, probably like grade 10. Everybody
Oh,
stopped
definitely
doing
grade
that.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, that would have been.
That's about the same time, actually.
Yeah.
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 Because we're like 2 years apart.
Like
Exactly.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
No, MSN was where it's at though for the longest time.
oh yeah, for a really long time. I feel like Facebook's kind of fading out now too.
Oh, definitely.
I feel like it's going to be there for a long time, but like kind of background noise.
Yeah, totally. I don't think it will ever really totally go away, because it's not like a new social media thing will come up like that. I don't think.
Yeah,
like
that was such
how
a
Facebook took
huge-
over MySpace, like took
That-
over. As
yeah.
in
That was such a
MySpace.
huge thing though, having Facebook.
Yeah, well, because at first it was just college, right? And we weren't allowed. And then when I finally got one, my brother refused to add me for like 2 years, because he's like, no, I don't want you on my profile. I was like, whoa, that's super sassy. But okay.
Facebook's just so basic. I can't imagine like not adding somebody. Like, even
I
if I had
know.
like one conversation with them, I'm like, yeah, okay.
We'll be friends.
Eh.
I don't, yeah. At this point, I only like reach out to add people if I want to like.
Message them for anything. I have
Yeah.
work people all the time. Like, if you meet new coworkers or whatever,
Yeah.
I add them through Facebook.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to think. I was like, when do I do it?
Because like,
Yeah,
you'll
if you
always
meet
you're
new
gonna
people.
you're gonna need that person to cover a shift one day, and you freaking know it. Well, maybe not you, but
Yeah, no, I remember those days though.
it's There's always like that one person you know that will take your shift. So you're like, okay, I'll add you on Facebook. And they always do. They always take it. Good old Kev.
We did not have that person. All of us were like,
Nope.
yeah. Like, the more I can get up. We would purposely, when we got called in on our days off, we would be like, oh, Tim Hortons is calling. Gonna pretend I'm still sleeping on that one.
Yeah. It's 2 p.m., but.
Oh, getting called in was the worst.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Unless you were super without hours, but I'm not really facing that kind of thing anymore.
That's
So,
good.
Yeah, it's aight. Dude.
Well, I feel like
Bruh.
we're going to fall asleep if we continue this.
I feel that way also. Like, I feel like.
Candace, wake up.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
We do have a couple videos coming at you soon.
I'm so excited.
Tuesday will be one that comes out with this girl's face all over your screen.
That's me.
And then the week after that, on Tuesday, there's going to be one of me.
I'm so excited. I'm excited to see you.
I'm
Just
excited to
kidding.
see
I
you.
see you like all the time, but I'm
I'm
always
excited to see you coming back here. And tell your friends about us. Help us out.
Yeah.
We would love more people to join the conversation.
join. Is that something that's already taken?
What?
Like a join the conversation ad.
Probably.
Yeah. I feel like I've heard it before. Join us in being 20-ish, college-aged, leading up. Any age, really. Join us. It's not like we just talk about one thing, though.
No. Just, you know what? Like us? No.
Love us.
You know
Does
what?
that sound desperate? Please.
We're not how about we're not desperate, but love us. Okay, bye.
Bye.